My name is Clint Junker, co-owner of Trailers of the East Coast that we get. So we expanded out in front of our facility, which enabled us to get a parts showroom. So whenever you come in, we used to be able to actually pull trailers inside here, but our parts business has grown so much that now we don't have room for that. So we have our aisles out here and try to keep them displayed, and again, along with the theme of being easy to do business, is to make sure that we're neat and clean, and that showroom is a representation of everybody here and the products that we serve. So I don't know, it's a nice open space. We have a lot of people that come here that have traveled a long way over the phone or whatever, and they walk in and they're blown away. Of course, you get comfortable with what you come into day in, day out, and so sometimes you don't appreciate it. And so it's good for people to come in and remind you of things that you're doing right. We're real proud of where we are, but we're never satisfied with where we are. So we're always striving to continuously improve. And one of the things that we're moving towards is our parts online. We do a tremendous amount of parts business over the phone, shipping out all over the country with our parts department, and we're behind as far as getting online, and we've got to get that online. Part of the reason why we're behind, and sometimes we're behind on other things as well, is we want to make sure we do it right. And so slow to decide, but once we decide, we're moving forward with leaps and bounds. So we're looking forward to it. I'll go ahead and say it on air right now that we'll have this up and running this year. So we'll go ahead and make a commitment to have that up and running, and hopefully that'll be yet another business that we can get into that does not add a lot of overhead. We've got the personnel, we've got the inventory, it's just a matter of getting it out and making it easy for people to purchase. And something we're extremely proud of is our service department and what we've done, especially in the last few years. It was originally when we came out here, even though we had a big facility, the service department was just to sell trailers, and it wasn't looked upon as a profit center. So the service department was just a necessity, is the way we viewed it. And fortunately, one day we hired a service manager that saw things differently and educated us on how your service department can do all those things, but also show a profit for us. So that's been a great thing for us. And then a few years ago, we took over next door, and last year, which is another service facility, and this past year that we merged the two facilities, which means next door for the last 12, 13 years, they've serviced the NASCAR market, the transporters that you see on Saturday and Sunday on TV. And that customer base, their expectations of getting the work done right and on time is second to none. The option of not getting it done and the option of not being at Daytona or being at Charlotte, it's not an option. And so these guys, whatever it takes, overnighting parts, driving somewhere overnight to get parts, working all night long, no is not an option. Because if we don't get it done, someone else will. So when we merged the two facilities, now all of a sudden you have that kind of attitude with their technicians, and then the technicians that we had that were working on the horse trailers and always did the right thing, but it's taking it to another level of merging these guys. And so now we take care of people. I mean, it's bottom line with our service department. It's second to none. There's other areas that I would say, and we still can improve in our service department. There's other areas that we could, there might be somebody out there that's doing as well, but as far as in the service department, there's the group of guys that we have that do what they do is truly amazing. And part of that, with that attitude and with that know-how, we've been getting jobs in the last couple of years that we would have never thought possible. 5-hour energy drink. We built a hospitality trailer for a marketing company out of Winston-Salem that the 5-hour energy drink people used. One of the big things that they needed was they had a deadline. They had to be down in Daytona by a certain time, and we were able to commit to that, and we did whatever it took and still provided a superb piece of equipment that they're still using today. We just finished up a project with Disney. It's a mobile souvenir. We took a new bread van and build vending doors in it to where they can move it to different places within the park and sell their souvenirs. And again, they were dealing with a deadline that others couldn't commit to, and they communicated with us and we said we could do it. So not only do we have the know-how, which I think is easier to find, but we also have the will to make it right and get it right the first time and get it done on time. And I think that's more of the struggle of finding that atmosphere where we can do things like that. We did a trailer for Sherwin-Williams, a mobile paint store for disaster relief trailer. So they have a store that completely gets destroyed in a hurricane, tornado, whatever that is. They can roll this trailer in and they can continue doing business. And it's things like that. Our customers educate us. I never thought about that. I never thought about a paint store being down, and yet if it's destroyed in a natural disaster, what more time, there's more of a need then than there is any other time. And so if they're able to just step right in and keep doing business while that store is being rebuilt, then that's a wonderful thing. So again, we did the graphics on that. We did a complete job. Whenever it left out of here, it had all the paint equipment inside of it, and it was a completed unit. And I think right now it's in New Jersey for the Hurricane Sandy.